The next feature we'll talk about for MyFertilityCharts.com is data sharing. There are several links from the main menu which you can access that pertain to data sharing. The first two, My Friends Data and My Friends Charts, will both take you to the same page, which will allow you to access information that other users are sharing with you. The last link down here at the bottom, the My Data Sharing link, allows you to specify what types of data that you're recording that you want to make accessible to other users. Starting off with the My Friends Data or the My Friends Charts links will take you to this page. This page shows you all shared data which you can access from other users. You can use this to pull up fertility charts or ovulation charts and fertility data, notes, and other things that people are making available to you. To do this, you'll notice that at the top of this page is a table which itemizes all users which are sharing with you. These users have specifically chosen you and have specified a sharing relationship so that you specifically have access to their data. This is contrasted with this lower table, which is a list of users that are sharing with the entire public community. Not just you have this access, but so does everyone else who is registered at MyFertilityCharts.com. Whereas the top table may be used for specific friendships, people you know or people you meet, or maybe even someone that has seen you posting messages and is interested in allowing you to see their chart so that you can provide feedback to them as well. The lower section, on the other hand, is everyone who's willing to make their data accessible so that the public community can view that data and offer feedback on it. Across both of these tables, you'll see several columns. These columns break down the different types of data that you can access. They include fertility data, which are the individual symptoms that you're recording, charts, which are the visual depiction of those symptoms, personal notes, which include several different types of notes, and we'll see that you can control which of those are accessible, and then also event data, which are the individual events that you've recorded. If you want to access someone else's information, you will be able to click on this view link in that cell associated with that type of data, and that will take you to a page which will show you that data. If that user has specified that that should not be accessible to you, it will be marked private and you will not be able to access it, and there will be no link. If you want to modify your personal data sharing settings, you can do this by using the My Data Sharing link from the main menu. This will take you to this page. The first step will be to find who you want to share data with. So if you want to establish a new sharing relationship, you'll want to start off at the top and enter part or all of the user's name. Or you can also enter the user's last name. In either case, you can do a search and try to find the user that you're interested in sharing with. If you have a medical provider who is also registered on MyFertilityCharts.com, you can also do a search for a provider using the box below. In either event, once you've found who you want to share with, you'll be able to specify that user and then control what type of sharing access you want to give them. You can give them access by checking these boxes. Each box that is checked will be available to that user. So for example, in this case, all boxes have been checked. So the user selected here, the public community of registered users, which is actually everyone who's registered on the site, will have access to all types of recorded data. If you don't want to give them access to all types, you can simply uncheck all these boxes and only leave those checked that you're interested in giving access. So for example, maybe you only want to give access to fertility charts. If that's the case, you would uncheck all of the boxes except for fertility charts and then push the Save button at the bottom that says Save My Selected Data. If you scroll further down on the My Data Sharing page, you will find a table which will show all existing data sharing relationships which you have set. This is a convenient place to look and see how your data is being shared and how you've configured it. Users are listed on the far left column, and you can see individual users that you've configured and also sharing relationships with the entire public community of registered users. If users have access to different types of data, it will be described off to the right with a yes or a no. A yes indicates that that user or that user class, in the case of the public community, does indeed have access to that data. So for example, in this scenario, the public community of registered users does have access to fertility charts, but not any other type of data. This specific user that you've chosen does have access to your fertility data, your charts, also your event data, and then several types of shared personal notes. These notes include temperature notes, cycle notes, and personal notes. The only one that is not included on this is intercourse notes, because it did not make this list. If you wish to specify a new sharing relationship with someone new, you can use these links at the bottom. Click on someone new. That will take you back to the top so that you can search for a username and establish a new sharing relationship. If you want to modify your sharing settings with the entire community, maybe you want to establish a new sharing setting so that you can share your data with the entire community and make it accessible, you can click on the entire community link and then go through and configure that. For existing data sharing, which has already been specified, you can simply click on these links here and you'll be given a chance to make changes. So for example, if you wanted to change what type of data you're making accessible to this user, you could click on this user's name and then you'd have a chance to check and uncheck those boxes in a format similar to what we were looking at back here on the previous slide.